of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. A run with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
A first down throw for Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks. And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
That one complete to McConkey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Dobbins, and he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action now, Herbert. There's Hurst downfield. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Second and 7. Here's Dobbins. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone. A pickup of 6. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's called in on the left by Nakua. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Rams. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here's Darius Davis from his end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. Herbert now on first down. There's his tight end, Disley. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He keeps it himself. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He'll run again.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Herbert. He's going to run it, and he will get into the end zone.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. They go play action with Stafford. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Williams, first down, and he's not done. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards. Stafford now to throw on first down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. After 29 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield.
And he...
We're not sweet. Shut up. I'm going to stop doing it.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression. Deep downfield strike for a touchdown, but sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Darius Davis to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get forward for a couple. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Right back to him on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. A handoff here, up the middle, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5. They'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Second and goal. Here's Dobbins. And he's into the end zone. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
And that's a heck of a return right there. I mean, he's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run, and they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's
Now I showboat.
Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to be taken down.
It's over, my boy.
Inside the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike,
You try. Good game.
I'm trying to hold it off until Wednesday so I can order a replacement.